Good afternoon, guys. Johnny here from Love Property. I'm here with, I like to say it, a local celebrity in our midst, Mr. Brian Reynolds. Brian is a business development manager for financial services. As some of you probably watched the Facebook page and stuff, we announced Love Property Financial Services. We cover mortgages, protection, home insurance, quite a few things. Over the next few weeks, we're going to release a few videos. We're going to spitball, have a few chats, and basically discuss what's out and what's about there, what's important, what's not. We'll discuss some property issues. We'll see what's happening. Is Brexit slowing us down? The big question. It's a sore one. But so we're here today to discuss life insurance, or critical illness insurance and protection. So Brian, give it to you. What's the importance of having protection?
Well, the question you have to ask yourself is what happens when the breadwinner or the breadwinners in the house can no longer work. So if one of you loses your income through an illness, which is covered through your critical illness protection. So very common nowadays, things like strokes, cancer is going to affect 1 in 2 of us over the next 15 years. So strokes, cancer, MS, for example, and even child cover as well. Just how would your personal financial circumstances change if you couldn't come into work tomorrow? You would know how to answer that for yourself. So think about the liabilities, the outgoings you have at the minute, maybe your mortgage, your rent, your groceries, your car payments, all of those things, and ask, how do I service those tomorrow if I can no longer work? And that's where protection comes in. That's to cover eventualities.
Most people sitting back and probably watching this video today is probably going to say, either that's going to cost me a lot of money, or I have that, I took that 2 or 3 years ago. You know, I have a busy life, money's tight, you know, do I really need to review this?
If you have it, do you need to review it? It's a good question, and if you already have it, it's great, by the way. At least you have the foresight to know the importance of it, which is brilliant. And the one thing that is good about insurance is that it's actually improved in recent years. So 2 or 3 years ago, they kind of overhauled the protection insurance, so the critical illness policies. So there are a number of illnesses that affect us now that maybe weren't just as prevalent as they would have been, wouldn't have been as prevalent a few years ago. So the definitions, what's called the definitions, basically the things that these protection policies pay out for have become enhanced, and they're more in tune with the actual conditions that affect us today. So there all the existing things are still there, but nowadays there are maybe like 40 different things now that you might receive a payment for on your critical illness policy. So cancer,
it's got better.
It's improved greatly. Cancer being a great example, because it used to be that cancer had to be at a very aggressive stage before there'd be a payout. Nowadays, the insurers recognise that cancer affects so many of us. It's so common. Like everybody knows pretty much somebody with cancer. That they pay out for lesser aggressive forms of cancer now as well. And child protection is another thing that's really became a big focus in the last couple of years as well. So that's changed. That's something that's changed in the last 2 or 3 years. And the great thing is that the insurance industry has become very competitive. The advent of the internet, it's very easy for a financial advisor now to actually assess policies, and we have a great system. It's called CI Expert. And what we can actually do is look at the policies, and you could bring us your old policy. Let's say you have an old existing policy. You could bring us your policy number. We can actually look and say, look, here are the various things you're covered for, and here's what you would be covered for nowadays with one of the newer policies. So it's a great, lovely, easy to read black and white tool that we have that actually shows you the difference in the older historical policies and what you can get nowadays. So definitely well worth reviewing. I would say every 2 or 3 years you definitely want to get all of that looked at. And the other thing to remember is your family circumstances will change as well. Maybe you've had a child, maybe you've moved house, things change all the time. You were saying about already having it, so a lot of people do have it. Maybe they took it out when they got a mortgage. A lot of people would also tell us they have it through work. So a lot of employers, very good, they had the foresight to put some kind of protection in place for their staff, which is great. Now you normally find that those policies have been long running, so they're quite historical. In a lot of cases it's not fair to tar them all with the same brush, but quite often they're a kind of sweeping policy as well, so they're not very specific. They're like a kind of group cover, if you like. So it's worth just coming along, let us know what you have, and you know what, maybe you don't need anything at all, maybe you do, maybe things have progressed so much further now that a new policy is what's right for you, you know.
I suppose traditionally over the years, it's a big part of the buying of the property was always, you need life insurance, you need your protection, you need this. Part of our business here is we have a lot of tenants. Property management's a big thing. Can anybody take policy?
Yes, you don't have to own property. Okay, so even if you're a tenant, even if you live at home with your parents, maybe you're working, you're still living at home. Protection is for anybody really who. I would consider protection if I'm in a position where I know I have regular outgoings, and especially if somebody depends on me. So maybe I don't own a home, but I have children, something like that, or there's somebody who is dependent on me, or at the end of the day, you have to support yourself as well through sickness too. So so policies are for tenants. You don't have to own your own property.
Okay, and I suppose the biggest question on the mind is, much does it cost? Much does it? If I want to come get a review, much is it?
A review, absolutely free. How much does the policy cost varies, depends on the level of cover and all the different little attributes that you want. And what we do is, as part of this service, is when you come and speak to our independent financial advisor, we'll actually go through something that's individually tailored to you. So it doesn't have to be something expensive. We go through and see what's affordable for you. And I think there's a level at which everybody can kind of afford it. It's about what's right for you, and what we do is we try and make a bespoke, kind of tailored service to you, and we'll be happy to sit down and discuss your own needs.
Okay, Brian, I think that's great, and thanks for your time today. There are customers out there, thanks for having a look at this. I suppose the summary of the interview is insurance isn't that scary. Anybody can have it, and you can have a review for free. So we'll take it from there. We hope you give us a call on 028 256 55 222. You can find us on the website www.lovepropertyni.co.uk, or take a walk in through the front door. We're here in 113 Church Street, and we're here most days. So give us a call, and we hope to hear from you.